Soupy Campbell, Stefan, you're an All-Ireland winner.
Sounds good.
You've done it.
It's absolute, it's madness. I don't know when it's going to sink in, but Davy has it now, so God knows what's going to come out of my mouth here.
There's one Armagh team in history that have done this before you, and now you've done it.
Yeah, it's scary. Just delighted. I'm delighted for the team. I'm delighted for the boys that have been there on the whole journey. 2011, 2012, and Geezer always kept telling us, I never won Sam, I was 32. And that's just why we kept coming back and we kept coming back, we kept coming back. And I think, personally for me, I felt it was achievable when, after the Roscommon game, I was going straight to a wedding in Clare Shields. The PRO dropped me to a wedding in the kit van. And Marty Marcy we were listening to the commentary the last 5 minutes, and I broke sweat. I almost needed another shower by the time I got the wedding. And I think once the dubs got put out, it was on, and we obviously weren't the only ones thinking that, but it was on then, because obviously Kerry and Clifford effect, I just felt personally that, we have a lot more fires to put out if you avoid the dubs, like. And then when you face Galway and then you see they're 15 and you're going through it, Finnerty, Comer, Walsh, the lot of Tierney's, you're like, oh, here we go again. But I think we got a bit of luck that we've been due. Finnerty going off. I know Shane Walsh hasn't been right. Hopefully he hasn't taken too much flack, back in Galway, because many man wouldn't have tucked the field in the last few weeks. And I think Tierney might have had a problem too. So yeah, we were due that luck. And look, before I need to stop talking because it's just rambling on now, but surreal out there, the orange. And I tried to give an interview for the BBC there, and my three nephews are in the front row of the hill, and then my girlfriend and my daughter and over in Hogan. It was unbelievable. And then I look up, see my dad, my two brothers and my niece. It's absolute chaos.
Jesus, lad. That's something else.
Yeah. I'm not an emotional guy, but that hit home, it did. Lost words.
Oisin said it earlier on. He was wearing a t-shirt for Ciarán Finnegan, and he said every boy in this team has a story. They all have their own cause, their own thing. You're talking about that there. You could see Jardy O'Byrne, who had the match ball in his hands at the end of the game, legging it up the steps of Hogan to his father. You're picking out your people. There must be nothing like it, is there?
No, and just to go back to Keelan, we brought him up to training. Tuesday, a week ago, the dates left me, but he was there, and his dad gave him an unbelievable speech. And if I'm honest, it was a poor session from the boys after, but I think a lot of us were just taken back by, first for Keelan and the support from the family. And he watched our session. From a standards perspective, we did drop off. I think a lot of us were just taken back. But Ryan had an unbelievable night. He was, he was 14 to 14 that night, just because his good mate was on the sideline there. And although it was a strange night, it's same things that drive over the line when you're hurting out there. Obviously, I'd only played 20-25 minutes, but
only.
It's that way.
You only needed 15 seconds, Stefan Campbell, and you create the goal.
Yeah.
Just to put the doubts aside, you get the ball, you tear down the wing, you bring an injection of pace, you cut across. I felt you gave the eyes. I don't know if you did. So what happened? What happened next?
Yeah, the plan was to score. However, I thought it was Ryan out of the corner of my eye.
No.
And he put the ball up. Turns out it was Armagh. And if I knew it was Armagh, I probably would have went for the point. But yeah, unbelievable finish.
We're just watching it there, just off screen. When you take off, you're taking on Johnny Maher there, who had an unbelievable game for Galway. He seemed to spoil everything, getting stuck into everything. And you take him on down the wing. We're just seeing it behind the goals angle. Who gave you the ball? Who slipped it to you?
Ben or Niall were in the top of the day.
Left-handed?
Yeah, I thought it was Ryan, to be honest with you.
Have you been practicing the left-handed hand pass?
I'm probably stronger off my left.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got a yard. I think it was McGrath was that I gave the eyes. I angled to go through the day and cut back, got the yards, but...
Well, the goal in 2002, I'm sure, has been played over and over and over.
Yeah, no.
Aaron McKay can thank you for the rest of his life.
I was thinking about that in the full-time whistle, I was. fair play to him. We give him a lot of stick. He gives his fair share back, but just delighted for him. You know, he's a young family there, and he'll go down in folklore forever, and just pleased for him, yeah.
Yeah, you boys are going to be hopping on the bus soon, and you're heading off to an incredible night of celebrating. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I have no idea what it's going to be like for you. It's going to be amazing. It strikes me that, I know you're one of the older boys. I actually watched your debut back the other day in 11. You come off the bench, I think, with Aidan Forker the same night. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it wasn't a debut, but
what game was that?
Championship game. I was doing a bit of prep.
My first game was in Carrick.
Was it?
Wicklow.
Championship?
Or Leitrim, sorry. And then, yeah, I only got a cameo there.
Was
it?
Was
Salt Hill. Remember the
that
infamous 30 degrees, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Gary Sice going on it there.
Yeah.
That's what kind of...
It's a long journey.
Yeah, you were telling me. I only seen Geezer for the first time before you popped your head in, and just thanked him. He told me 10 years, well, I don't know what year it is, maybe 9, 10 years ago, he came and gave me, I was collecting player of the year for the club, and he says, you're going to win me in All-Ireland. And he just reminded me there now, so I'll be forever indebted to him. That man there is just some story, and Aidan was right on the steps. Wouldn't have been achievable. You know, he got a lot of abuse there. Haven't won a game in Ulster 3 or 4 years. People don't look at the team sheet, Steeler. You know, we got the quarter final. Players were retiring, players were leaving. I left to go to Armagh in 18. Rory was going to study, and you know, we never had the consistency. But I'd say from 19, that Mayo game we could beat. The penny dropped that we could compete, and I'll give Kieran his dues. From 2019, he was beating that drum that one day we were going to climb them steps, and unbelievable. It
is unbelievable. And the squad that you've got, it strikes me, we don't have all night to talk about it now, I'm going to let you go in a minute, but it strikes me that there's an air of maturity about this Armagh team, that they've been able to, even the younger lads, come through the heartbreak of penalty defeats, falling short, noise outside the camp that maybe you're going the wrong direction, questions, and you've been able to deal with that.
Yeah.
You've had fellas that are fit to start in any team coming off the bench with no egos, and it's stood to you all year long. You've had your own journey, and you did a piece today on an All-Ireland final. It was written today. I'm not sure you knew if it was coming out today.
But would have done it in the media night, probably 2 weeks ago, was it?
With Dermot Crowe.
On Monday night, yeah.
It takes a lot of guts to be as honest as you have been about some of the battles you have had over the years. And you mentioned 18 there. That was an important time for you. You kind of fronted up about a gambling addiction.
Yeah. So struggling mentally in 18, and I left the panel. Just didn't have the head to go back in, slog it out, and I took the year out. And like, it's just funny the way things happened. It wasn't planned. I went and played a bit of soccer, and just keep the legs ticking until the club came back in around January, February. Ended up going to America, which again wasn't planned, but it nearly worked for me in 2014. I went over again. 2015. My issues started long before that, but I went out to America, and it was probably the longest that I hadn't, gambled. So it's maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, and I thought, I'm going to give this one last rattle before I go get professional help and, lock myself away, whatever it took. And I grew up a bit in New York. Was well looked after by the Moors out in Westmeath, but I had the courage then to phone home and tell them exactly what was going on. They had a fair idea, but not to the extent. And I came home and sat in the room and told them everything. The best thing I've ever done, and they were willing to open up channels there and get whatever. Oisin McConville, it was great to me. Geezer, Hugh, met them, whatever help you need. But I was so far, so far gone. I wanted to do it for myself and the family. And from the 17th of June, 2018, I haven't looked back, and I'm super proud of that. Yeah, it's been some journey.
Look at you now.
Unbelievable.
And it's helped the football. We kind of met in the tunnel after the semi-final, and I said, what a point the last day. And you straight away went, the second one, pretty good, wasn't it?
It was snobby.
You know the form you're in right now.
Yeah.
This has helped you.
There's no doubt about it. I was probably kidding myself I had a good year in 14, but probably it stemmed from 14 that summer. I had a rough summer, even though I was performing, but eventually it caught up with me. 15, 16, 17, just wasn't in the right frame of mind, probably carrying a lot more body fat than I should have been. But from I come back in 19, I've obviously trimmed down a lot. there's a lot of boys in that group, although the same age, I look up to on how to live their life on and off the field. And I'm just grateful for them that I was able to, you know, come back in. And there's no saying, you know, you're a product of your own environment, and that's exactly what's happening in this case, and it's paid off. And I'm thankful for that.
Stefan Campbell, I'm going to let you get back to your teammates. You're an All-Ireland winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fair play, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.